Alright guys, welcome back. I'm going to be showing you today how to change the auto trans fluid on a N80 Hilux and a Prado as well. They're the same gearbox. So what you're going to need is some fluid. The more flushes that you do, the better. So I got 20 litres. I'm not sure if I'll use all that, but I'll probably flush it probably 3 or 4 times. You just need a torque wrench, 5mm Allen key, 15mm spanner, and some pliers. I have already got my bash plate taken off, but you'll need a couple of spanners and bits and pieces to undo that. Mine's off as I keep smashing it to pieces, and Toyota reckon it's too bent to get back on when it had its last service, so I'm going to straighten all that out. I've also just got a little transfer pump. It's like 20 bucks from Trade Tools. Instead of pumping it up by hand every time, and I've got some 13mm hose, some 10mm, and then this is 16. I just had this laying around. So don't really need the 10, you can just run the 13. It's just to go off either side of the transfer pump. And then I've got 2 measuring jugs to measure what comes out. Thanks mate. Alright, we'll get into it. So the fluid that I got is an ATF LV, which is fully synthetic from Penrite. I'm pretty sure the factory Toyota fluid is semi-synthetic and I wanted fully synthetic. So that's what I have, but it's a personal preference whether you want to keep the Toyota one or not. Now the reason why I am changing the oil, I do tow heavy trailers on the regular, actually every day really. I've got a 2.8 tonne tool trailer that I tow to work every day up and down the hills where we live. We do now have a big cab boat, as you will see in the background, and it is very heavy. So to get the longevity out of the gearbox, I want to change the oil and see whether it has burnt at all. And if the oil has burnt at all, I will put a trans cooler in. Some people disagree with changing the oil yourself because Toyota say that it is, you know, lifetime. It's all good and well having a 5-year warranty or 7-year warranty, but if you're broken down halfway through a 4-month trip and you're a week into it and you've blown your oil, there's sort of, you've got to go take it back for warranty and it takes time, so it's pretty much totaled your whole holiday. So to prevent, anything like that, I'm just going to replace it because I don't want it to wreck any of my holidays. So let's get into it. So what we're going to do now is just drain the fluid out of the drain bung. That's your check bung. And then once we've done that, we'll top it back up. And then we will pull some hoses off at the front where it goes through the radiator to cool it. So we can drain all that out. And then we'll run a couple of flushes, check it, and then take it for a drive, drain it one last time, and then check it again. I've got my 2 little helpers with me today. It's going to be fun, isn't it? Have you stolen my tools already? Yes, mate. Alright, so you can see that oil's like it's slightly burnt. So I'll put that plug back in now and top it up. Right, so we've taken 2.2 litres out, so we will put 2.3 litres back into it, and there's a 24mm drain fill plug up there, sorry. I forgot to mention you'll need a 24mm socket, so we'll take that out, we'll get our transfer pump set up and we'll top it back up. Right, so we've got our transfer pump set up with a 13mm hose. So now we're going to put 2.3 litres in here of our clean fluid. Get a drill and we'll go fill this up. Right, so we'll take our bung out. Feed one end in. Alright, so that extra 200 mils, or 100 mils, just accounted for what is left in the hose. Alright, so I'll pull this out, put our bung back in. We just empty our dirty oil out into a bucket so we can do it all again once we've started it up. That's the colour difference of what come out and what's going back in. Right, so I'm just going to start the car up. We'll go through the gears. Through the manuals, all the way through. We'll pull the front hoses off where it goes through the radiator now and flush all that. Alright, so what we're going to do now is undo the top line there, which goes to the radiator, and then we'll put some clear tube on both of them and turn the motor on and flush about a litre out, top it back up and keep flushing that until we have nice clean fluid come through. But we only want to have the motor started and let a little bit of oil out at a time. Yeah, in a minute. Daddy will just do this and you can hop in the car. Alright, so now what we're going to do is put another like 1.8 litres back into the gearbox, and we'll do that again. So because we took the line off that goes out, what we're actually doing is flushing the whole radiator, and then it's coming back out this hose. So if you took the other hose off, which is that one, it means that you would only be flushing the line from the gearbox to here, not through the whole radiator and into the bucket. We'll put that filler plug back in now. Alright, so we're just going to keep repeating that process until we have nice clean fluid come out. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with that. It's not going to be perfectly clean, as it still picks up a bit of old stuff as it comes through. So I'm going to put that line back together, clip it all back up, top it back up. Now we're just going to put an extra 300 mils of oil in, and then let it come out the check oil bung. Alright, so now what we're going to do after we've topped it right up, put the bung back in, we'll start it up and take the check bung out, and we'll just let the excess oil drain out until the right spec, and then we'll put it back in. So that's pretty good, just got like a small little trickle. So we'll take it for a drive, go through all the gears, bring it back, and then we'll just check that again, make sure it still just dribbles out. Just wait, Link. Alright, so we are going to take it for a drive now, get the oil brought up to temperature, go through all the gears, come back, check the oil level. So we'll pretty much just pull that check bung out again, make sure that it dribbles out a little bit, torque everything up, and it's all finished. So that's the oil that come out of it. It's new oil, and we used about 15 litres to flush it 4 times. So we're going to go through all the gears manually to make sure we get them all. Alright, so the drive went really well, it's changing gears nicely. So we're just going to check the level again. That's good. So we'll torque them back up to 20 Newton meters. Alright. Everything's all done up. Well, that's the end of it. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please comment or contact us on social media. We are going to do another video of the temperature difference between running a trans cooler and just without as stock in a later video to come once I get the cooler. So please subscribe if you want to see that. And we also are going to do a few other bits and pieces, do some testing on temperatures and towing and stuff like that. We're going to get a scan gauge put in so we can watch all that. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Alright, so now what we're going to do is, so I'm going to put oh, no, I'm covered in oil, Link.
If you stick your finger up your nose, you know what happens? Your nose will fall off.
Oh.